Romeo, what we doing here? Straight up, what we doing? All right, let's keep it simple. Let's go straight from the rip, okay? Malcolm X said it best. Protector, provider, leader. All right, so when you think about your dad, ask yourself this question. Was he the protector of that family? Absolutely. Was he the provider for that family? Absolutely. Was he the leader for that family? Absolutely. Do you even have an idea what it's like to be from a hood? To be from a hood, have to survive, but not only survive, but become a multi-millionaire. Become a successful label owner, record producer, and all the different titles that your father, Master P, got, right? Do you even have a clue what that takes? To travel from New Orleans, all right, to also be in California and survive in California, and then become one of the top record executives. I remember one year he was the top earning record label. Let's talk about present. Was your father present? Absolutely. He was present the whole time in your life. Matter of fact, we wouldn't even know who you were if it wasn't for your father promoting. Come on now. We wouldn't know who Lil Romeo is. Matter of fact, you probably didn't get punched in the face because who your father was. You know what I'm saying? You probably you made it through a lot of doors because of who your father was. Don't ever forget that. Definition of father: a man, relation to child or children. Protector: a person who protects. I'm sure his wins outweighs his losses. Also, you made a comment about him being online all the time, on social media all the time. Well, guess what? Thank God that your dad is an entrepreneur. And guess what he's doing? Direct to people marketing. You understand? He cut out the middleman. He could talk directly to the people. If he can get online and get 20, 30,000 people on his live, and he can say, yo, go buy my X, Y, and Z, then bam, he did it without spending a marketing dollar. It's genius. Why not? Also, let's talk about the times changing, okay? You're talking about an industry where at one point your dad was super popping. Okay? And the music has changed, things have changed, and guess what? You gotta evolve. You can either bow down and just stop doing anything, or you could try to evolve with the times and recreate yourself, like the Phoenix. Recreate yourself. How could you stand there and dish your father, but at the same time promote yourself as a good father? Don't you know one day that your son might look at you and be ungrateful too, and say, hey, you ain't do nothing for me? Could that be a possibility? Could that be a possibility? Could that be a possibility? I'm sure your dad is not perfect. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect out here. All right, but at the end of the day, this is a man who loved you, your whole family, your brothers and sisters, and made a way and went up against the world to do it. So to straight up go against him, that's just nuts. That's just crazy. That just don't make no sense. A father is like a mother in the sense that you only get one. You only get one, so you better be grateful. You know how many brothers out here today wish they can have a conversation with their dad, wish they can see their dad, wish their dad was present, wish they could play baseball with their dad or throw the ball or whatever. You had years. You had mansions, basketball courts, your dad teaching you how to hoop and all kinds. It's just crazy to see you go against your dad right now. That just makes no sense. If I give you a car, you're gonna appreciate it, like, oh, this is my car. But as soon as your appetite change for cars, then that first car becomes a piece of trash. Oh, that was a hoopty, that was a piece of trash. Because now I'm on to bigger and better things like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like a ungrateful, unappreciative type of thing. Some people out here would have traded their life for yours. I'm not gonna say you're 100% ungrateful, because every person that's born, they definitely have to be respected, and they definitely want respect, and they definitely want what they want. You know what I mean? So I'm not going 100% try to shun you on no level, because this is your life and you got a right to speak on it. But at the same time, don't put down the person who would have laid his life on the line for you, period. You understand that? Your father would have jumped in front of a whole tank for you. No pun intended. No limit, I'm just saying, no limit. We gotta learn to appreciate things that we have. Stop talking about so many things that we don't have. Don't talk about what your dad ain't doing, talk about what your dad has already done. And now that you're a man, guess what? It's your time to do it. It's time for you to man up. Do half the things that you claim your dad didn't do. Let me see you do half. Because right now, you're probably on a path for yourself, and your path, and your journey, acting and making your money and all that kind of stuff, and you only have what? One child to take care of? That man took care of many, you included. You cannot discredit that, man. You can't knock that. There's nothing you can say to knock that. And guess what? When we talk about money, money goes up, down, up, down, up, down. Guess what? It don't make, listen, I don't care if Master P don't have $10 in his pocket. We don't respect him because of the dollars he got in his pocket. We respect him because of where he came from, the things that he got over, the hurdles he went over to become who he is today, and to still see that he's an older man, still with his entrepreneur skills. He's still sharp, still loving his family, still loving the new power moves he's doing, still giving back to the community. You can't hate on it. It don't matter what's in his wallet, bro. He ain't fronting for nobody. He already made it. It's solid. It's a solid thing. His success is solid. You can't take away from it, all right? The money goes up and down, just like in your wallet, Lil Romeo, it will go up and down, up and down. And just because it go down, can't nobody discredit you from all that you've done. You understand? Now let's talk about this money thing where you said he didn't pay you. Let's talk about not getting paid as a child, okay? Now, I know that there was some times that, yeah, you probably should have got some of your bread, you know what I mean? But guess what? What would you have really done with the money? You would have bought the things that your dad already bought for you. You would have bought the same exact things that your dad already provides. So why did you need the cash in your hand at 13 and 14 and 15 years old when you already had cars and was already living in mansions, already living? I remember at one time we watched one of them shows and he built you a house behind the house. I mean, I don't know how true it is, but we saw it. That's what we saw on TV. You had a house, you had your own apartment style house and you was a teenager. Like, psh. So let's think about that. If he would have cut you the check for X many dollars, X many millions, or whatever it was that you earned as a child, what would you have done with that money that wasn't already done for you? 15 years old with a couple $1 million, okay. Also, keep your business, keep your family business at home, man. We don't want to see that. This is disgusting. Y'all are one of the families that everybody looked at and was just like, oh man, Master P and his kids and his family, super dope. Every family got little stuff behind the scenes, but guess what? Y'all can work it out. Your father even said, I'm willing to change. I'm not perfect. I want to work it out. So I hope that y'all work it out, all right? And send me a pair of them sneakers, all right? You got my address. This your boy Kilo, we out. All right, keep that family love together. Let's get Say the Arts TV. Let's go.